The News at 4 begins with breaking news. We are following the latest after a shooting near an elementary school. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Simone D'Alba. D.C. police say at least one man was shot and killed in the 800 block of 16th Street in Northeast D.C. It happened less than 2 hours ago near Charles Young Elementary and the now empty Spingarn High School, where a track meet was taking place. The good news here, DCPS says all students are safe. Our Matt Gregory is live on the scene with more on what we know. Matt?
Well, you pretty much just said what we know at this point, Simone. So what we're going to walk you through is that we're about to find out more information. As you can see, police are starting to head in this direction to kind of give us an update. But I'll kind of walk you through again around 2 o'clock this afternoon. This is according to D.C. police. There was a shooting across the street from a track meet that was just across the street from Charles Young Elementary School up this way. So one of the things we were kind of seeing when we got here was parents coming to pick up kids, teams of young elementary school track runners working their way through to find a bus or get up to reconnect with their parents. At this point, Chief Pamela Smith is about to talk, so we're going to dip in right now and have a listen to that. Take a listen, folks.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Pamela A. Smith, Chief of Police for the Metropolitan Police Department here in Washington, D.C. First of all, allow me to extend my condolences to the individual who was shot today and lost his life, unfortunately, due to, again, senseless gun violence in our city. We are in the preliminary stages of this investigation, so the information that I'm going to share with you is very preliminary in nature. What we know is that just before 2 p.m., officers responded to 911 calls reporting a shooting in the 800 block of 26th Street Northeast. When officers arrived, they found an adult male suffering from a gunshot wound. D.C. Fire and EMS responded to the scene, attempted to provide all life-saving measures, but were unfortunate. The decedent died on the scene. Our detectives have learned up to this point that the victim was walking along the sidewalk near Spingarn track field when he was approached by 3 suspects and he was shot. The suspects are described as 3 black males. They were seen fleeing in the area in a vehicle. A lookout was broadcast and officers located the vehicle matching the description a short time later in the Fort Lincoln area. What we do know at this time is that our homicide detectives are conducting the investigation, and we are continuing to work very closely with our DCPS public schools and charter schools to reunite our kids who are still in some of the classrooms with their parents and with their families. We have established reunification spaces, and the local schools have communicated those details directly to the families. I want to again extend my deepest condolences to the family who lost a loved one today. No child should ever have to experience what was experienced on today. Today's incident is completely unacceptable. During an elementary school track meet, individuals opened fire, putting the lives of our children at risk. And any use of a firearm in our community, especially near our schools, around our children, is unacceptable. I don't know how many times we have to say over and over again that we need individuals who are using firearms or choosing to use firearms in our city to be held accountable. I will tell you, my team, the detectives, the FBI, as well as the ATF, we're doing everything we can at this moment to ensure that we find the individuals who took this individual's life on today. We're asking for the community, if you have any witnesses, any information, please provide that information to the Metropolitan Police Department. You can contact us at 202-727-9099, or you may text us at 50411. I'm available for any questions that you may have at this time.
Chief, we're hearing the vehicle was located at 3500 Commodore Joshua Barney Drive and that it was burned out. Can you give us any update on that? Is that correct?
I don't know about the exact address. I know that it was found in the Fort Lincoln area and it was on fire.
And can you tell us, was the shot fired this way? Was he on this sidewalk closest to the...
He was on the sidewalk closest to the school. That is correct.
So the shots were fired toward where the children were?
I don't know the direction of the shooting at this time. We're still looking at the video. I will say the video footage that we have is pretty clear to some degree, but we're also looking to obtain other video footage to ensure that we have the accurate information, the most accurate information.
Are you able to give us an age on the victim?
At this time, we do not know the identity of the victim, nor do we know the age. All we know is that he was a black male.
Is the van a rental?
What van?
The white van, is that a rental van or?
I'm not sure what you're talking about. Did I say there was a white van somewhere? I did not give a description of the vehiel.
Can you give us a description of the vehicle?
I don't have a description of the vehicle at this time. Evidently, the vehicle was burned, so I don't want to give misinformation. Allow us to gather the appropriate information. And remember, we're in the preliminary stages of this investigation. Is anyone involved in this? Sir? How angry does it make you? Yeah, it's very frustrating, right? I myself, I'm a track athlete. I like to be out in public and I like to be able to recreate, and we want our children to be able to do that in safe spaces. And I can tell you, we're going to do everything we can to find out who these individuals are, and we're going to hold them accountable.
Do we believe those in the shooting were involved with the track meet, or just they happen to be in this area?
We do not believe they were involved in the track meet. I can tell you preliminarily what we do know is that they drove up this block going towards 8th Street. Behind me, northeast, and that's where they got out of their vehicles and shot the individual who unfortunately lost his life today.
Does the individual who was killed have any association around this area?
I do not know that at this time, sir, because I don't know his identity as of yet.
Have you gotten the chance to speak with any of the parents or kids as they leave the area about what they may have seen or how they may be feeling now?
Well, I know our detectives have been fervently conducting interviews with witnesses, and I have not had the opportunity. I was really trying to make sure I wrap my head around exactly what has occurred up to this point. Again, it's preliminarily. I'm certainly open, as you know, to speak to parents. This area is certainly a place where we want our young people to come to. Langston Golf Course is right here to my left. Lots of good, positive things happening in this space. And again, what I will say is that we're going to do everything we can. We're going to put all of our resources. Our federal partners are assisting us to find out who did this horrible, horrific incident today. Okay, thank you.
Yep. All right, you take us out. All right, so you heard Chief Smith there talking about the latest that we do know about the shooting here, that it is unfortunately fatal. We also are learning that they are on a lookout for 3 individuals they said they saw come up the street. One of them shot the man. We still don't have an identity on the man yet or an age, and then drove off. And that car, we were told, was found near Fort Lincoln, burned out. Now, like you heard her talking about, there was a bit of a chaotic moment right after this happened. There was a elementary school track meet going on. The kids were running for cover. Some of the witnesses I spoke with kind of gave us an idea of what it was like from their point of view. Take a listen. I mean,
people were running towards a gate,
yeah.
And this lady pulled me off to the side.
Did you hear gunshots?
Yes,
How many? Do you think?
about 5.
What did you think?
I thought it was the little gun that they do for the race.
I heard the gunshot, and I thought it was a flare, but I heard it go off multiple times. We ran behind a tree, and then we hid behind the tree, and then everyone was crying, and then people were having panic attacks.
Yeah, and that's what we heard, right? High emotions running, but also a lot for these children to even process in the moment. Now, coming up at the next hit, when we come to talk to you, we'll be talking a little bit more with some of the parents about what they're experiencing. One woman who was processing with her son as she walked away, trying to explain to him what happened, and it's just you're seeing people in these moments. They're very raw. They've just seen something that they wish they had never seen or heard, and in this case, it happened right here near a track meet. Unfortunately, like we heard, 1 man is dead. We also heard that there are 3 suspects they're looking out for at this point. The getaway car off in Fort Lincoln burned out, so that's very difficult to trace for evidence. We're going to continue working up, following here on the scene to get you more information and to continue working through this investigation as it develops. But for now, in Northeast, I'm Matt Gregory. Back to you.
We heard the police chief visibly outraged about what she was calling an act of senseless gunfire. And Matt, we do know that reunification spaces have been established for parents. So if you are still waiting for that information, we will find that for you and we'll bring it to you as we learn more. Appreciate it, Matt. Thank you.